Hello everyone, welcome back to Science Data Science YouTube channel. Today I am going to share with all of you the most important topic that is the question that is asked by every beginner who transit their career into the AI. I am going to dive into the head-to-head comparison between Jupyter Notebook and Google Colab, and we will see if Google Colab overshines to Jupyter Notebook. So today we are going to do the comparison. So you can decide at your end which tool you want to use. Okay, I am going to share all pros and cons of the Google Colab and Jupyter Notebook. Okay, and then now let's start with the Jupyter Notebook. So I have already opened the Jupyter Notebook on my system. Let me share my screen. Here we go. Okay. So this is the Jupyter Notebook environment. Okay. If you don't know like how to open and how to install Jupyter Notebook on your system, I will share my previous video link in the description box. You can go back and watch that video. It will help you. Okay. But in short, you can open the Jupyter Notebook using Anaconda. Okay. So now let's start. So this is a environment when you open the Jupyter Notebook on your system. This will show you a directory. Okay. And now you can go here. New. You can click on the Python, this one. I will keep myself at the bottom. Okay. So you can see the full screen. Okay. So this is called Jupyter Notebook. This is called integrated development environment, which you use to write a Python code. Okay. Here, this is the title place. You can add the name of your notebook, whatever you want to do, or write a program in your notebook. Okay. But here I will give you the one tip. If you want to be expert or professional program, always write down the name in a professional way. If you are writing a program like print a strings, then name it with the string program, underscore string program, but it should show what you are going to do in your notebook. Okay, it looks more professional. So here, this is the you how you can rename it, and these are the top menu here. This is a new notebook option. If you want to add a new notebook, it will open a new tab and show you the new notebook. So you don't need to cross this notebook. You can open the new notebook by clicking on this as well. Okay. If you want to open your existing notebook, okay, you can click on the this one and you can choose where is your notebook like this one. You can open this notebook. Okay. Now if we come back here, so this is for making the copy of your existing notebook. Okay. And there are so many like the menu you can play with it, but I am going to highlight to you the main one, okay, which is most widely you are going to use when you are working with the Jupyter Notebook. So these were the three main. And the next one is download as. So Jupyter Notebook has the biggest advantage. You can download your notebook in these file extensions. Yes. Okay. So this is like you can download in HTML format. You can download it in notebook. Generally, we download it as a notebook IPYNB. This is extension of over Python. And either you can also choose the .py. If you're using the editor like PyCharm, in that case, you will see this extension most oftenly. Okay, but by Jupyter Notebook, by default, your file extension will be IPYNB. Okay, so these are the most widely used tools, like the options you use under the your Jupyter Notebook. And this is if you want to cut the or copy the cells, you move to up and down. But for this, you can use the shortcut keys as well. Okay. Like for example, if you want to add a new cell, you can click on this like this. Okay. And you can write the code here. Okay. And this is to cut your cell like this. Okay. And this is to your copy the selected cell. If you have written here, you want to paste, like you want the same cell again and again, you can copy and paste. Okay. And this is for your up and down. If you want to move this cell to above this cell, you can use this up arrow. And if you want to take this down to this cell, you can click on this. And this is button we use to run the code cell. When you are writing a code, I will tell you, okay? And you can run this. But from your laptop, if you have a Windows system, you can press the shift and enter as well. This is a shortcut key to run your code. This is to stop the kernel, okay? Like sometime you are writing you have written a code and it's taking too much time to execute, okay? Maybe there is something wrong, or maybe it hang up and you want to stop the execution in between. So here you can click this stop button, okay? And this is just to restart the kernel. It is also very useful sometime when you have a big data and you are trying to open the file and your kernel is stop responding, okay? And this is the button. I never used it, but you can try. This is for the like restart the kernel or rerun the whole notebook. Okay. These tools, like these buttons, are useful, very very useful when your execution got stuck at some point, or maybe your system is hang, or maybe your kernel is stop responding. It will, this will happen in case if you have a big data set and you are working with the loop, especially with the nested loop. It happens sometime we put some like the wrong code, and we forgot to set up the condition, and it is just keep on going in the iteration. Okay, so this is these are the popular like the buttons which you can use. And here you go, this is a like the code cell, this is markdown. Okay, mostly you are going to use this one too. Okay, so code cell, you are already looking at the code cell, but I will show you the markdown. So this is called markdown. This is we use to write the heading, comments, description about your program like this. So you can use a hash and you can just put the heading of the program here. Okay, and you can run it like this way. Okay, and you can also write the detail about your program, and this is very very useful. You should use it. Okay, why? Because it will help you to make your professional notebook. Don't just keep on writing the code and you are not giving any comment section, you are not writing any heading, what you are doing with this. I understand as a beginner we are like curious to write a more code and we forgot to use these small things, but you know, these small things are going to make a big addition in your portfolio. Okay, when employer is going to see your notebook, if it is looking professional, it will help them to understand how professional program you are. This is the biggest plus point for all of you. Okay, so don't forget to use these headings while you are writing the program. Okay, and now here I am going to tell you now the what are the advantages to use this. Okay. So before moving ahead, I will like tell you first how you can write the code in this. Okay. So here we will run like this, and let's say you want to print the string in Python, right? So we will like here declare the string. This is the variable. If you want to learn about it in more detail, I will share the Python my playlist, so you can go back and watch those videos. Okay, I have like built so many videos from the start. Okay, and you can watch and learn the Python with me. So here we will say welcome to Jupyter Notebook session. Okay, so now you can run it. If you want to print it, you will use the print method and string one. Here you go. Okay, this is the way how you write a code in Jupyter Notebook. Okay, now we will talk about the pros and cons of the Jupyter Notebook. The biggest advantage of the your Jupyter Notebook is it allows you to work in the local environment, because this is not online. This is a local your like the environment to write a code. Okay, this is the biggest advantage. Number two, you don't need an internet for this Jupyter Notebook. Okay. Number three, it is easy to manage. Okay, it is customizable, easy to manage. You can add the colors in this. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you today about it because it's a big topic, how you can customize the Jupyter notebook. Okay. So here, like you can also, it is a faster than you can say in your local environment than the Google Colab. Okay. And the disadvantage of this is it is not like allow you to add the fast processing GPU and TPU. Okay. Because whenever you are working with the big data sets, like you are working with the deep learning algorithms, you have a data sets like a million billions record, then it will be tough for you. Okay, because it's a local environment, either your computer, your laptop should have a very high computational power. Okay, or if it is not, then it may create a problem for you because it will take so much time to load your data set. Maybe you need at that time these kind of buttons. Okay, you want to interrupt, you want to restart kernel. So this is a disadvantage of the Jupyter notebook. And the another advantage is like it contains a by default all libraries. Only the few libraries you need to install, but it is easy to manage. Okay. And this is like Jupyter Notebook help you to like work in the local environment. On the other side, this is also like the faster a little bit because we are not dependent on the internet here. Okay, so this was all about our Jupyter Notebook. Now we are going to learn about the Google Colab. Okay. At the end of this video, I will let you know as a beginner, intermediate, or a professional which one you should prefer. Okay. So now first we will do the comparison. So now we will open over this tab and okay. So how would you open the Google Colab? Google Colab can be opened. This is very simple. You only need the Gmail. You can use your like the Gmail account, whatever you have. Okay. Just type here Google Colab. That's it. It's very simple. Okay. Now here you will click on this. So whenever you will click on this, you will see the here default notebooks on your like the drive. Mind it, this is not like the local environment notebooks. This is the mine all notebooks which is placed on my Google Drive. Okay. So here this is showing the list. And but if you want to open the existing notebook, you can just click on that, it will open. But if you want to create a new notebook, you need to click here. Okay. This is just like a Jupyter notebook. This is, you will see, you can see it's like similar to Jupyter notebook. Okay. So here again, you can title your notebook by editing this one. Okay. This is a code cell. And here the difference is in Jupyter notebook, it calls markdown. But in Google Colab, it called text. So you can add the text cell here where you can write down the here headings. You can write a program to print string in Python. Okay. So you can write the heading like this way, but you can also edit it like using these tools. You can make it bold, you can make it bigger, you can add the pictures like this. So there are so many things like available here for you. Okay. And if you want to run this, you can say run all buttons or you can run the selection only. This is your choice. Okay. So we will run this and it will start running your notebook. Here you can see it is connecting and running your all cells. And when it is in the running mode, it will show you this, the round section. Okay. And we will, this is the big because I have added the notebook here. You can see on the right side, it is looking like this way. Okay. So we will do like this. So you can add the image as well. Okay. So in Jupyter Notebook, you can also add it. Okay. But there is a different way to add the images in the Jupyter Notebook. Okay. So this is but easy to add in the here. Google Colab. So here you can write the program again. If you want to print something, I will print. welcome to Google Colab. Okay, here you go. So here it is printing. So this is code cell, this is your markdown cell. You can see you can build a very strong professional notebook using Google Colab as well. Okay. Now we will do the head-to-head comparison. Number one, Jupyter Notebook is your don't require internet. Okay. But for the Google Colab, you need the internet. Okay. Number two, Jupyter Notebook does not support the extra CPU power or TPU power if you have a very big data set. Like if you are working on the deep learning projects, then it's very hard for you to work in the local environment. Either your computer or laptop should be very high computational power. Okay. But in case of your this Google Colab, it provides you the extra GPU or CPU power. Okay, TPU power. You can go here, you can check here. Okay, so it will show you the all resources here. You can see how much like the system RAM or disk it is providing you. Okay, and you can also buy and add more in this CPU power. I have also used, I have like bought extra CPU power to process my data because I was working on the COVID forecasting data. I like you down. I need to process the billions of records at that time. Okay, so I use this one, and you can manage the session. This means you can delete or edit the sessions. Okay, so this is the like a very good option and very like the you can say opportunity to work on the Google Colab because you are going to use the Google servers. There is a no local environment and you are going to use their computational power. Okay. Now here the next biggest advantage of Google Colab is you can share the notebook very easily here like this with your peers. If you are working in a team, you are working as a like a team leader, you are working as a data scientist, you have a big team and you want to share your notebook with your peers, you just need to add the email here. You can change the permission here. Either you want to give them the option to edit or not, this is also here. Okay, you can restrict them. You can like you can restrict the people. You can share with anyone. If you choose this, you can share with this link with anyone. Okay, but they will be only viewer. But if you want to add them as a commenter, you can. They will only be add. We will only be able to add the comments in your notebook, not able to add it your code. Okay, if you want to give them the option to edit your code as well, so you can tick this option. Okay, so this is the one very good opportunity and biggest advantage another of the Google Colab. But in Jupyter Notebook, what you can do, you need to download and then you will email or maybe you will upload onto the drive, and then you will be able to share the notebook. Okay, but again the advantage is there. For Jupyter Notebook you don't need the high computational power. Okay, Google Colab also supports the by default all libraries. Okay, you don't need to install the libraries, but sometimes you also need to install here as well. Okay, but Jupyter Notebook is providing you the like you can say more than 80% complete package. You don't need to install any library, but in Google Colab sometime you need to install more. Okay, the another biggest advantage of the Google Colab is you can also like here upload, refresh and add the comment section here. Okay, you can also manage your data on the your drive. Okay, and you can like share with it anyone. Okay, although you can also upload on the your local environment as well, but this is all is online. Okay, mind it, this is we are not in the local environment. We are in the Google environment, like the online, right? Whatever you are making here, it is going to store on your Google Drive. That's why you are able to share with the people online. Okay, so this was all about the practical knowledge of the your Google Colab and Jupyter Notebook. Okay, now I am going to tell you which one you should use. Okay, like as per my recommendation, if you are a new you just started your transition into the AI and you just start doing the programming, go with the Google Colab, because it is because as a beginner you may want to share your notebooks with your peers, with your instructors, so it will be easy for you. Okay, but side by side you should also have the knowledge about the Jupyter Notebook as well. Although my favorite one is Jupyter Notebook, but I also love the Google Colab because it helped me a lot. Like when I transit into the AI, I was only used to use my Google Colab because I used to share my notebooks with my peers, my seniors. So this is very, very useful. Okay. So it saved my time. Its execution is also fast. Okay, then the Jupyter Notebook in local environment, and in this its execution is also fast. Okay, but the disadvantage of the Google Colab is if you are working in this, okay, if you are working in this and you just stop working for 5 or 10 minutes, it will disconnect you. Okay, then you reconnect and the Google Colab, rerun the all cells, and then you will start working. This is the biggest disadvantage, but it is not going to happen with your Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so this is also the thing, the this is just because of we are using the storage computational power of Google. Okay, so the another thing I was at, like if you are a beginner and if you want to work with the big projects like deep learning projects because they are complex, then you can use the Google Colab. Second, if you are working in the team, then this is very useful. If you are working alone independent, then you should go with the Jupyter Notebook, or either you are at intermediate level or professional, you can work in the Jupyter Notebook because that is easy to customize, because we have a full control on the Jupyter Notebook because this is in the local environment. But we don't have a full control on the Google Colab. As I told you, it may disconnect when you are not like typing anything, you just stop working for 10-15 minutes, then you need to rerun the whole note. Okay. And the third is, if you are working in a company, you are working in a team, you should use this because you can easily share the notebooks with your team. Okay. So this was all about over like the difference between head-to-head comparison between Jupyter Notebook and Google Colab. If you have any question, feel free to contact me and you can post your question in the comment box. I will share all like the required links of my videos and the link about the how you can write the first Python program in the description box. Okay. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe my channel. See you in the next video. And our goal is to our goal is to help you so you can achieve your goals. Okay. This is the goal of Science Data Science. So see you in the next video. Happy AI learning.